Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ta'ala ma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to this session of inheritance. This session is important because it teaches how to calculate the shares. In inheritance, when we divide the shares, it's not enough to give each rightful owner his or her share. It's very important also to tell them exactly how much they get and how to calculate those shares. For instance, if you tell someone you get 1/8 or 1/3 of the remainder, they might not understand. What do you mean by that? Tell me this is the money, or here we are 5 different groups, how much each one takes. So that's why calculations are very important. And there are steps to calculate the shares of the heirs. The first step is to look whether there are heirs with fixed shares or no. If there are heirs without fixed shares, like two uncles only, they inherit without a fixed share. So the case is out of their number. 2 uncles, the case is out of 2. Each one will take 1. If there are 3 full brothers, the same thing again. The case is out of their number, 3. So that's what we call the asl, the origin, the essence of the case, the outcome of the case. The case is from 3 or from 2. From where we got this calculation? From the number of the heirs. That's as long as we have no fixed share. If we have fixed share, if there is fixed share and it's only 1, then the case is out of the denominator of that share. What do we mean by this? We have an heir who inherits 1/2, and with him there is an heir that inherits the remainder. So the case of out of that denominator of this share, the share is 1/2, so the case is out of 2. The share is 1/3, the case is out of 3. The share is 1/6, the case is out of 6, and so on and so forth. We have 1/2, we have 1/3, we have 1/4, we have 1/6, we have 1/8, we have 12, and we have 24. These are, as we call them, the origins of the cases. 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/6, 1/8, 1/12, and 24. These are the origins of the cases. 7. 7 are the origins of the cases. That's what we call ta'sil. Whenever we have a case and with only 1 fixed share, then the case is out of the denominator of that fixed share, be it 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. Now, if we have more than 1 fixed share, what do? We have 1/3 and we have 1/4. 2 brothers from a mother and a wife. The 2 brothers from a mother, they deserve 1/3. The wife, since there is no children, she deserves 1/4. We have 1/3 and 1/4. This is basic algebra. We need to reach the common denominator for 3 and 4. In this case, we multiply 3, so it becomes 6, and we multiply 4, it becomes 8. Then we multiply 4 again, it becomes 12. We multiply 3 again, it becomes 9. And then it becomes 12. That's the least common denominator. How many times we multiplied 3? We multiplied it 4 times. How many times we multiplied the 4? We multiplied it 3 times. So we multiply the 3 by the number. It's 1/4. That means it's 3 out of 12. 1/3, that means it is 4 out of 12. Okay, this point is very important. When we have more than 1 fixed share, 1/3 and 1/4, it's out of 12. 1/3 and 1/8, it's automatically out of 24. Why? Because the least common denominator is to multiply the 2 numbers. 3 times 8, that is 24. There is no other solution. If it is 1/6 and 1/3, it is out of 6. Why? Because the 3 is included in the 6. We don't need to multiply the 6. We need to multiply the 3 one time. 3 times 2, that becomes 6. And so on and so forth. So this is how we make the calculations. We have been doing this, practicing it without mentioning the numbers, but now we are mentioning them. So this is the second step. Now again, the first step, if we don't have fixed shares, so we make the case out of the number of the heirs because they inherit equally, 3 sons only, so the case is out of 3. 2 full brothers, the case is out of 2. 5 uncles, the case is out of 5. We have 2 fixed shares, 1/2, 1/3, the case is out of 6. 1/2, 1/8, the case is out of 8. 1/8, 1/6, the case is out of 24. That's how we make the calculations. But that's not all. This is what we call ta'sil. Ta'sil. Finding the least number where the case is divided on the shares. But if we have 3 daughters and they take 2/3, so the case is out of 3. The 2/3 are 2. 2 is not divisible on the 3. 2 is not divisible on the 3. What do? We need to multiply that 2, which is the share of the 3 daughters, we need to multiply it by 3. So it becomes 6. Then we divide the 6 on the 3, each daughter will take 2. Each daughter will take 2. This is easy, but when we have more than one indivisible share, what do? We have to count those numbers on the side, multiply them, and add them to the case. We have practical examples, and I want you to follow these steps with me. So have a pen and paper handy and write down those cases quickly. So we have the first case, we have a wife, a mother, a daughter, and an uncle. Wife, mother, daughter, and an uncle. Let's take this case, for instance. Wife, there is offspring, the daughter. So the wife, in this case, she takes 1/8. So we put the 1/8. The mother, since there is offspring, again, she takes 1/6. The daughter, she takes 1/2. And the uncle takes the remainder. Now, we have 3 different fixed shares, 1/8, 1/6, and 1/2. 1/2 is not an issue because it's included in the 1/6 and it is included in the 1/8. We have the 1/8 and the 1/6. The least common denominator is 24. So the case becomes out of 24. It becomes out of 24. How? We multiplied 8 times 3 to get the 24. So the 1/8, 1 multiplied by 3, that is 3. So it becomes 3 out of 24. That is the 1/8. What about the 6? How many times we multiplied it to reach 24? We multiplied it 4 times. So we multiply the 1, that is 1/6, times 4, that is 4. So the 1/6 becomes 4. Half the 24, that is 12. Again, how we came to that conclusion? We have 1/2, 2. The 2, in order for it to reach the 24, we multiplied it 12 times. That's it. So it is 12, half the 24. Now we add up 3 plus 4, that is 7, plus 12, that is 19. How much is left? We have 5. So we put the 5, that is the remainder for the uncle. This case, we did not have any tasheeh, any correction. There is no fraction in the numbers. Why? All the numbers are divisible because we have only one heir, one wife, one uncle, one daughter. But what if we have more than one? Let's take another example. We have a husband, a mother, and 2 brothers from a mother. The husband, in this case, he takes 1/2. Why? There is no offspring. The mother, she takes 1/6. Why? Because there is more than one sibling. The 2 brothers from the mother, they take or they share 1/3. So we have 1/2, 1/6, and 1/3. All the 1/2 and the 1/3, they are all included in the 6. So we don't need to multiply anymore. So the case is out of 6. There are 2 ways to do this. 6 divided by 2, that is 3. Multiplied by 1, that is 3. That's the half of the 6. 6 divided by 3, that is 2. Multiplied by 1, that is 2. That is the 1/3. This is one way to do it. And there are many other ways. The other way is to look at the 3. How many times we multiplied it to reach the 6? One time. 3 times 2. So it is 2. The 1/3 is 2. The 1/2, how many times we multiplied it to reach 6? 3 times. So the 2 times 3. So the 1/2 is 3. These are two ways. The 1/6, we did not do anything, so that is 1. Now, we have 2 shares for the 2 brothers from the mother. Are they divisible? Yes. So again here, we don't need to do anything. We don't need to do anything. Let's take a look at the next case. The next case, we have 3 daughters. 3 daughters. 5 brothers and 2 sisters from a father. 3 daughters, 5 brothers, and 2 sisters from a father. Now, this is an interesting case because the 3 daughters, they take 2/3. And the 5 brothers from the father, or the 5 full brothers, they take the remainder. What about the 2 sisters from a father? They are deprived. Why? The full brothers, they are stronger than the sisters from a father. So the sisters are deprived. So we have 2/3 and a remainder. So the case is out of 3. The case is out of 3. 2 for the 3 daughters. 1 for the 5 brothers. Now, the 2, the share of the 3 daughters, is not divisible. We cannot say each one of the 3 daughters will have 0.75 or it's not divisible. They have to have correct number. What do we do? How many daughters we have? 3. We multiply their share by their number. They are 3, so we put the 3. But we have another issue. We have 1 share for the 5 full brothers. Again, 1 is not divisible by 5. We don't tell each one, take 1/5. If it is $1, what do we tell them? Take 1/5 of the dollar. How much is that? We need to multiply it. What do? We look at the number. How many heirs? They are 5. So we put the 5 because we need to multiply it by 5. Earlier we had the 3 for the daughters. So we multiply the 3 times 5. That is 15. 15 needs to be multiplied by the whole case. Our case was from 3. 2/3 for the daughters. The 2/3 for the 3 daughters is not divisible by them. And the 1/3, that's the remainder, is not also divisible by the 5. The case is out of 3. We put the 3, the share, the heads of the daughters, that's their number. We put the 5, the number of the full brothers. We multiplied 3 by 5, that is 15. Then we multiplied the whole case. The case was out of 3. So now 3 times 15. 3 times 15, that is 45. So the 15, we multiply it by 2, and that is 30. 30 is the share for the 3 daughters. 30 divisible by 3, every daughter will take 10. 10 for each. How much is left? 15. 15 is the share of the 5 full brothers. We divide 15 by 5, and that is 3 for each full brother. That's how it is made. So you have 3 daughters, their share is 2. So we keep 3 to multiply the number by it. We have 5 brothers and their share is 1. 1 is not divisible, we keep the 5. We have 3 and 5, we multiply it, that is 15. We look at the case, it was out of what? It was out of 3. Because we had only 1 fixed share, which is 2/3. So it was out of 3. We multiplied the 15 by 3, and that was 45. Then we multiply the 15 on every share. The shares of the 3 daughters by 15, that is 30. Divided by 10, by 3 daughters, 10 for each daughter. The 15 divided by 5, that is 3 for every full brother. One final example, and inshallah you will have more examples to practice. We have 3 brothers from a mother. 3 brothers from a mother. 2 grandmothers and 5 full brothers. Again, 3 brothers from a mother. 2 grandmothers and 5 full brothers. The 3 brothers from a mother, their share is 1/3. The 2 grandmothers, their share is 1/6. And the 5 full brothers, they take the remainder. So we have only 2 fixed shares, 1/3 and 1/6. The 3 is included in the 6, so the case is out of 6. The 1/3 is 2, the 1/6 is 1, and the remainder is 3, that is 6. 2 is 1/3, 1 is 1/6, and 3 is the remainder. Now, are those shares divisible? Let's take a look. The 2, the share of 3 brothers, it's not divisible. So we have to keep their number. What's their number? They are 3 brothers. So we keep the 3. The 1, that is the share of the 2 grandmothers. Is it divisible? No. So we keep the number 2. The 3, the share of the 5 full brothers. 3, is it divisible on 5? No. So we keep the 5. Now, we have 3, 2, and 5. What do? We multiply the whole thing. 3 times 2, that is 6. Times 5, that is 30. How much we have already? 6. 6 times 30, that is 180. So the case becomes out of 180. We multiplied the 6 times 30. So we have to multiply everything times 30. The share for the 3 brothers is 2. Times 30, that is 60. 60 divided by 3, that is 20 for every brother from a mother. The 1 is the share for the 2 grandmothers. We multiplied it times 30. 1 times 30 becomes 30. We have 2 grandmothers. We divide the 30 on the 2. That becomes 15 for each grandmother. Then we have the 5 full brothers, and their share was 3. We multiplied the 3 times 30, and that was 90. 90, if we divide it by 5. If we divide the 90 by 5, we get 18 or 16, we get 16. That is the share for the 5, each one of the full brothers. That's how you multiply the cases. And this is how you practice. More, inshallah, cases will come. I will give you time to practice, and I will see you, inshallah, next week. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.